Okay, for our second project, we are going to do the Otter 3x3. For this one, you're going to need the red 3x6 cardstock, and you'll need the black punch out, the red bows that you have, mini dimensionals again. You will have these two white square pieces here. There should be a small one and a big one. And these should fit right inside here. That should be your biggest one. Your stamps, you want the otter saying, oh, there you go. And you need, of course, the otter stamp. We will be inking it with the black ink pad. And our colors, our watercolors, you're going to have white. And, of course, the red. And the early espresso brown. And we're going to exchange that turquoisey Bermuda Bay color for the darker blue. This is Pacific Point. And of course, don't forget your blender pen and your scrap piece of paper. So, for underneath here, you want the small piece of cardstock that's white. That goes right underneath the punch out. So there's that. Get your black ink pad. And you will ink up the otter. Make sure he's all inked. And you're going to put him on with about just an angle. So it's kind of, that's how it'll be if you wanted to go straight down. That's how he will look. Make sure you get him in the center. Don't go off too far to the edge. So you'll take these two fingers and you'll press down. It should look like that. And now, while you've got your black ink pad out, take your insert here that goes inside the card. And the You Otter Be My Valentine stamp. Ink up that. And I put this in the center, but of course you could put it down at the bottom or the top. I will go ahead and just put it right in the center. Try not to rock it too much, just in case you got some ink on the edges here. Alright, now close up your ink pad and get your scrap piece of paper. Set the insert off to the side and get this going. So have that set right there so you see the finished product. Alright, so for this one, let's start off with the blue. So get that dark Pacific Point out. And you're going to go really hard on these outer lines here. These ripples from where he's swimming. And this blue, I found out, you really need to make sure you fill in the spaces. Don't leave as many empty spaces as we have for the other colors. Think about how water moves when something's moving around it. So I even added some of my own. Because water keeps on rippling. So now fill in all that empty space. Try not to color him blue though, or his little heart bubble here. Uh-oh, we got just a little bit on there. Now just a little lightly now. Around the edges. Remember, those lines blend in, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But you definitely want to fill in spaces. I found that the blue just doesn't spread out as well. I maybe pretend like the thought bubble is actually there and put some darker blue around it. It's really just a matter of how dark do you want this water to be. I think that's quite enough here. Alright, so now we've got all the water colored in. So now let's start with the brown. So you're kind of thinking, alright, did she have another brown or not? Just like with the, kind of with the shadows, just go harder on his outer fur and his little mouth and his belly. You go light on those. So his arm, of course, is going to be dark. His feet are going to be a little dark here. You just kind of want to like pet him right there. So now you're not going to leave any open spaces. You'll go really dark in his shadow areas, like under his feet. I'm going to be around his belly. Don't forget his ears. And then you will go solid brown everywhere else. Give him some fur accents here. Fill it in. Now, to get that lighter color on his belly and his mouth, go really light. Like even barely press down. Okay. Now get your white out. And you're gonna go around. Let's see if we can get that blue out just a little bit. So go around the heart. And now get the red to color in the heart. And go thickly on. So this is how it should look right now. And now get your blender pen. As I always say, check first. You never know when someone decided to do something when you weren't looking. Alright, here's we go. We're gonna start with the blue. So start in the dark area. And fill it in. Spread out that blue now. Go out further. Be careful when you're going around him because it's easy to pull in that blue into the brown and the white area too, especially. Make sure you get up next to those black lines. Just make sure you fill in all that white space. I really try to do one side at a time. I haven't done that too well, but definitely keep to one side of the paper before going on to the next. Kind of do it like in a circle would be best, I think. So I'll go this way. You don't have to worry too much about the edges just because a part of the edges are going to be covered up. Think about the water too. There's not much of a rhyme or reason to things unless it's there's things in the water, you know, you want to make shadows of those. But there's just so many different shades of water when you really look at it. Kind of like a sunset. There's all sorts of different colors, all different shapes of clouds. Okay, clean off your blender pen, and let's go do the white real quick. Even though you really can't tell, but it does help it to just bring out the white a little more. Gives it a very bright white. Let's go do the red. Alright, now let's start with the dark brown. So his arm is dark brown. Under his chin. His ears. Don't forget about those. Oop. Make sure you don't color that little piece right above his arms there. And his feet. Let's do his tail real quick. And now clean off your blender pen. Get all that brown off of there. And then go in and do the lighter, do his belly and his mouth. And you're done with the coloring. Now on to assembling. So what we're gonna do here, just moved my entire mat here. All right, so let's get this folded. So you should have a score line that you can fold on. And you want to get your snail out. I keep doing it, and I don't know why. Alright, there we go. Alright, so let's get that insert. So we're going to start with this first. We're going to do a line on each side. So you have the inside of your card. And we're going to place it right in the middle. So make sure you have a red border on each side. Now for this is going to be a little hard. Or maybe not. Alright, this is going to go right in the middle of the front of your card. So go down each side. And now it's going to go straight down. So try to get him as center as possible. There's him centered. Now you want your mini dimensionals here. And now put them in each corner. And put it down. Really make it stable in the middle pieces. It's best to put some right there. So there should be 3, 2, and then 2 here, and 1 more right there. Now peel the backings off. There should be some plastic to peel. And this is gonna go right on top here. To make sure you get his heart bubble and his tail. And then now, get the red bow here. That's going to go right in this corner right here. And if the bow's a little long or you don't like it this long, you can trim it just a little bit. But there you go. Here's this design. And now we will go on and get our envelope here. So here's your envelope. And I did the little design out of the stamp set.